Hello again, guys. This is Junglesey, your host at the Junglesey channel. I have another story for you. At the age of 11, I must have had a really rough time as a kid, or at least it felt like a really tough part of my life. That is probably why I did what I chose to do. A really stupid thing. I had some neighborhood friends that I did stuff with every other day. And there was this one kid in the neighborhood who hung out with us occasionally. I decided that I should run away with this kid. And he was 1 or 2 years younger than me. So we came up with this plan, a day and time of when we were going to run away. I at least had the decency of my heart to write my parents a lovely letter, letting them know that I had run away because my life was tough. My life was horrible. And all of these things were going on that I just could not stand. So I wrote that note. I put it on the back patio on the door so that it would take a little bit longer for them to catch up to us. This kid and I went to his house. We got some cereal boxes, packed those. I had some matches. I don't think I had much more, maybe a couple items of clothing, and that was it. We rode our bikes for about 30 minutes down to this trail underneath this overpass to camp out, and we spent the whole day there. Cereal wasn't enough for us. We rode our bikes back a ways. We found this promo code for Star Wars Phantom Menace when that was first being released for a free nacho at Taco Bell. It was just laying there on the ground near Taco Bell, and we picked it up and we got this little tiny thing of nachos that were not very appetizing with a bunch of fake processed cheese. Alongside where we camped out underneath the overpass, there was the trail and then there was a river. And a few people came walking by and looked at us but didn't give us much attention. And so we stayed there all day and it started to get cold. So we ended up starting a fire underneath the overpass. I don't know what I was thinking. I had this plan in my head of something that was going to be the most epic thing possible. I had seen this movie where these kids end up going through a mall. They hide out in this mattress store. Once the lights go out and the place locks up, they come out and sleep on the beds. That was my plan. We're going to get to the mall. We're going to go into a mattress store. We're going to hide out in there until everybody leaves. And then we'll be able to sleep on these awesome beds. We'll get up early in the morning and we'll just leave as if we're just any other customer. This kid and I made our way to the mall, which wasn't far from the trail we were at. We're riding through the parking lot of this mall and I discover it's closed. It's past 10 p.m. I don't even know if there's one car in the parking lot. My whole idea went to crap. Like, no! And I didn't have a backup plan. That was my plan. We're gonna have to sleep outside and stuff. How are we gonna do this? A white car pulls up and it happens to be my dad and my sister. After my mom discovered that I was missing, she called my dad's work and my dad had to get off of work to help find me. And so my sister drove around with him. My sister was bawling her eyes out and I felt like the biggest jerk in the world. I felt awful for doing that to my sister and to my family. It gets worse. We drive over to this kid's house and drop him off. We pull next to my house and there's a bunch of cars lining both sides of the street. And in the driveway, there is a huge ring of people that my family knows. I felt truly loved in that moment, all those people searching for me. They were all just glad I was okay. There was a police officer there at my house. He pulls me away from everybody. He looks at me sternly in the face. If you ever run away again, I'm gonna lock you up. The cop's words rang in my head. I was not sure if what he said was true or if it wasn't, but I was gonna believe that what he said was true. I don't want to be in the slammer. I don't want to be with these really scary people. My family was pretty upset with me. My parents sat me down and I told them the reasons why I ran away. None of them were justifiable. It was a stupid, stupid decision to make. Being the youngest in my family, I didn't get grounded very much. There were definitely times I should have been grounded when I wasn't. This was one of the few times in which I was grounded. I wasn't able to hang out with any friends for 1 to 2 weeks. I learned a valuable lesson from running away, that there are a lot more people that care about us than we think or realize. That there's people out there rooting for us and praying for us and have our best interests in mind. It's important for me to realize that I put my whole family through a really difficult situation by my actions. By my choices, I affected a ton of people in a negative way. Our choices do have an effect on other people. Whether we think they will or they won't, our choices matter. Until the next video, I'm signing out.